Yes. Namaste children. How are you all? I hope you are fine. Welcome to today's class. See, previous class we learned how to find the square root of a number by using two methods we learned. One is repeated subtraction method and other one is prime factorization method. Now here we can see one problem based on prime factorization method. They are asking find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the number so obtained. See what is the meaning of this question beta? What they are asking to find? See the given numbers are actually not perfect squares, but these numbers we have to multiply. We have to multiply with a number. We have to multiply with suitable number so that we get a perfect square. Means to make it perfect square, what number we have to multiply? So by multiplying that suitable number, we get the perfect square. So again for the perfect square, they are asking to find the square root. So let me explain here. First one is what here? 9408. First we will prime factorize this. Why? Because once if a prime factorize, we can see which number, which factors has exact pairs. If all the factors has exact pairs, no need to multiply anything. It is perfect square number. We can find the square root easily once if all the factors have exact base. If not, we'll see what number we can multiply. Yes. Now let me take the given number 9408. Now we'll do prime factorize. So 9408. The ones place digit is 8. So which prime number is possible? 2 table possible. 2 4s are 8. 2 7s are 14. 2 0 0. 2 4s are 8. Again 2 table possible here. 2 2s are 4. 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4. Yes, again 2 table possibles here. 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 1 5, 2 7s are 14, 1 2, 2 6s are 12. Yes, again we can see here 2 5s are 10, 1 left, 2 8 16, 1 left, 2 8 16. Again last number is 8, 2 table possible. Yes, I can see 2 2s are 4, 1 left, 2 9s are 18, 2 4s are 8. Again 2 table possible. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, 1 4, 2 7s are 14. Again 2 table not possible. 3 table 1 plus 4, 4 plus 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 7, 12. 3 table possible here now. 3 4s are 12, 2 left, 3 9s are 27. Next 3 4s are 12, 14 minus 12, 2, 2 7, 3 9s are 27. Again still possible 3 table, no. 7 table possible see, 7 7s are 49. Yes. More 7 ones are 7. All these numbers are what better? They are prime numbers. Now see this 9408. I can write product of all these prime numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 types of 2. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Yes, you can see 6 types of 2. And 3 into 7 into 7. 3 into 7 into 7. Now we'll see which factors has exact pairs. Here you can see the pair exactly, even here you can see the pair exactly, here, even here also. Yes. All the factors have exact pairs except 3. So what we can write here? The factor 3. Yes, we can write. The prime factor we will write. The prime factor 3 has no pair. So what we have to do? We have to multiply with 3. Sir, why we have to multiply with 3 to get a pair? Once if I get the pair, it becomes a perfect square. Once if it is perfect square, then we can find its square root. So 3 has no pair, so we need to multiply by 3 to get a perfect square. See, they are asking which it should be. By what number we can multiply? They are asking. Yes, we can multiply by 3. Yes. Now what we can write? The given number 9408 is multiplied. Is multiplied by what beta? Multiplied by 3. So why we have to multiply this? To get a perfect square. To get a perfect square. So let's multiply it here. 9408. You have to multiply with 3. See what is the result? 3 is 24. 4 to carry. 3 0 0 plus 2, 2. 3 4 are 12, 2 1 क्या है, 3 9 are 27, 27 plus 1 28, 28. Yes, what is the answer now here? 28,224. 28,224 is the required number. It is the required number. Yes. Now we can write, yes, therefore required number is equal to what? Required number is equal to 28,224. This is the perfect square number. Actually given number is not perfect square. For given number 3 has no pair, so by multiplying with one more 3 we can see the pair for 3, so that I got this is the perfect square number. Now for this perfect square number also find the square root of the number obtained. So we obtained this number, so we have to find the square root of that number. So how can I write this product of times 28,224 is equal, 28,224 is equal, see already for 9,408 we can see this 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and also we can see 7 into 7, so 3 also is there. Yes, sorry, 3 into 7 into 7, this is the number. For this LHS we multiplied with 3 now, so we can write here one more 3 here. Same number we took, how I got this number? The same number by multiplying with 3 I got. Now we can see the exact pairs. Therefore square root of 28,224 is equal, yes, I can see the exact pairs now, 7. Even this both together we can see one pair. For this both we can take one number outside, 2 into 3 I can see the pair here, into 7. Product of this all which gives the square root of 28,224. Multiply this one, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 24, 24 7 the 7 4 the 28, 7 to the 14, 14 plus 16, 168. So 168 is the square root of 28,224. Hope you understood. Easy better. Just take a prime factor as given number. So for which number there is no pair, for that you can multiply with the same number. Multiply with the same number 3. So by multiplying I got this. Now it is the perfect square. So is equal to, yes, how I got this? For same prime factors by multiplying with 3. Now we can see the exact pairs. For every pair we can take one digit outside while finding the square root. So square root of 28,224 is equal to 168. Hope it is clear. Then we will go for next second bit now. Sorry, not second bit, second problem. 2,352. Yes, second one they gave 2,352. Even this also we need to prime factorize. So let us prime factorize this. So 2,352 will prime factorize. So ones place digit is 2. So 2 is the prime number which goes the given number. 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2, 1 left. 2 sevens are 14, 1 left. 2 sixes are 12. Again 2 table possible. 2 fives are 10, 2 8 is 16, 2 8 is 16. Again 2 table possible. 2 twos are 4, 2 nines are 18. Again 2 fours are 8. 2 is the prime number. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, 2 sevens are 14. 1 plus 4 5, 5 plus 7 12. 3 table possible 12. Yes. 3 fours are 12. 2 left. 3 nines are 27. Again which table here? 7 table we can see. 7 sevens are 49. 7 ones are 7. Yes. Now the given number we can express product of times 2 3 5 2 is equal to how many 2's? 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 we can see. Yes. And also you can see 3 into 7 into 7. Now take the exact pairs. Here we can see exact pairs. Yes. Again same story. Even for 3 here you can see there is no pair. 3 has no pair. So we can write, yes, what we can write better, the prime factor. The prime factor 3 has no pair. It has no pair. So what we have to do? So multiply. What we have to multiply? Multiply 2,352 by We can multiply with 3. Multiply with 3. Why? To get a perfect square. To get a perfect square. We have to multiply by 3 to get a perfect square. Yes. Now we can see here 2352 multiply with 3 more. Yes. 3 2 is 6, 3 5 is 15, 5 1 carry, 3 3 is 9 plus 1 10, 3 2 is 6 plus 1 7, 7056 is the number obtained. Now we can write number obtained. Yes, what is the number we obtained? Whether we obtained 7056. Now we have to find the square root of that number. It is the perfect square now. We have to find the square root of that number. So 7056. How we can express in product of primes? Again, no need to go with prime factorization. Already we have prime factors. Just for same prime factors, we multiply with 3. So copy as it is. Just multiply with 3. Yes, for this prime factors, just by multiplying with 3, we got this number. Yes, multiplied by 3. Now take the exact pairs. Square root of 7056 is equal, for every pair of numbers, 1 we can take outside bracket. Even 3 also can see the pair here, into 7. Yes. Now multiply this to get the square root. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 12, 12 7 is 84. Yes. That is the way we can identify what is the suitable number we can multiply to get a perfect square, and how can we find the square root of the number after getting the perfect square. Hope it is clear for everyone. Easy concept. Just you can prime factorize the given number, and given number we can express in terms of product of prime factors. So which number has no pair, same number we can multiply for given number. So by multiplying with 3, here we can see the pair of each and every factor. So the number obtained is perfect square. Then find the perfect square, find the square root of that number. Yes, okay children. Now we'll see one more model. Find the smallest whole number by which it should be divided so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the numbers obtained. Same like previously they asked what number we can multiply to get a perfect square. Here they are asking what number we can divide. Same concept, just the operation is changing. Instead of multiplication is going with division here. What number we can divide to get a perfect square. Same like previous. For which number there is no pair, that we have to eliminate. Same number we can divide to get a perfect square. After getting the perfect square, you have to find the square root of that number. So in that we will see one example here. First one now, we will see the solution of first one. So 2925. So first we will prime factorize the given number so that we come to know which factor has no pair. Yes, the ones place digit is 5. So 5 is the prime number which goes to the given number. 5 5 is 25. 29 minus 25, 4 left. 42. 5 8 is 40, 2 left. 5 5 is 25. Again, 1's place 5, 5 times possible. 5 1 is 5. Yes. 5 1 is 5. 8 minus 5. 3 left. 5 7 is 35. 1 1 7. 2 table not possible. 3 1 plus 1 plus 7 9. 3 table possible. Yes. 11 3 table. 3 3 is 9. 10 11. 2 left. 27. 3 9 is 27. 3 plus 9 12. Again 3 table possible. 3 1 is 3. 3 3 is 9. Yes. Again 13 itself it is a prime number. We can write 13 1 is 13. Yes. Now what is the prime factorization of 2925? 2925 we can write 5 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 13. Yes. Children, now tell me which prime factor has no pair? Here you can see 5 has exact pair, even 3 has exact pair. So 13 is the prime factor which has no pair. So we need to divide by same number so that we can cancel this. Then remaining all the numbers have the pair. So once they have pairs, it becomes a perfect square. Now tell me what is the smallest number we can divide? Yes, smallest number can be divided by this number is 13. 13 has no pair, so divide by the same number so that we can see 13 cancel. the remaining numbers has exact pairs, so that we get a perfect square. Yes. So what we can write? The prime factor. Yes. We can write the prime factor 13. Prime factor 13 has no pair. So what we have to do? So the given number 2925 divide, so divide 2925 by which number? By 13 will divide. Will divide by 13 so that we can see the exact number. Yes. Now let me write here 2925 by 13 is equal to, let's divide by here. 13 1s are 13, 13 2s are 26, 26 3 left, 13 2s are 26, 4 2 6, 65, 13 5 is 65. Yes, I got 225. Yes, now what we can write after this? So we can write therefore 225 is the perfect square number. 225 is required perfect square number. It is the required perfect square number. Yes, perfect square number. So after getting this perfect square number, what they are asking? Also find the square root of this number. Yes. How can we find the square root of this 225? 225 is equal to, again no need to go for prime factorization. Same prime factorization, just we are dividing by 13. So when we divide by 13, 13 will eliminate, all the factors will be there as usual. 5 into 5, 3 into 3. Hope it is clear. So for every pair of digits, we can take one outside. Square root of 225 is equal, for every pair we can take one outside. Yes. 5 into 3. So therefore square root of 225 is equal to how much? 5 3s are 15. 15 is the square root of given number. 15 into 15 which gives 225. Hope it is clear. Same like previous beta. Just to get prime factorize. Which prime factor has no pair, same prime factor we can divide. So by dividing I got like this. So it becomes a perfect square. Because once if I divide 13, remaining all the numbers they have pairs. So it is the perfect square. Again we have to find the square root of the perfect square. We will go for one more example now. Yes. Let me go to second one, 252. Same problem, same model, number is changed. So now we can prime factorize the number 252. So the ones place the digit is 2. Which prime factor is possible? 2 table is possible. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 1 left, 2 6 are 12. Again we can see the ones place digit is 6 better. 2 table possible. 2 6 are 12, 2 3 are 6. Now 2 table not possible. 3 table possible. 3 2 are 6, 3 1s are 3. Again 3 table possible. 3 7s are 21. 7 itself it is a prime number. 7 1 is 7. So now 252 will express product of prime factors. 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. 3 into 3 into 7. Yes. Now we can see here 2 exact pairs, 3 exact pairs. 7 has no pair. So what we can write here? The prime factor 7. Yes. We can write the prime factor 7 has no pair. So what we can do? Divide by the same number. So divide given number 252 by same number 7. Why we can divide beta? We have divide to get a perfect square. To get a perfect square number. Yes, we will divide here now. So we will write now 252 by 7 is equal to 7 3s are 21. Yes. 252, sorry. 252. 7 3 are 21. 4 2. 7 6 are 42. Yes, I got. By dividing, I got 36. Now we can write. Yes, what we can write here? Therefore, 36 is required perfect square number. Sorry. 36 is required perfect square number. Required perfect square number. So after getting that perfect square, they are also asking to find the square root of the perfect square. Yes, now we have to find the square root of 36. Now square root of 36 we have to find. So how can we get square root of 36? Square root of 36 is equal to same type factors, just we are dividing by 7. So 7 eliminate, remaining all the factors are there as usual. 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Yes, square root of 36 is equal to, for every pair of numbers 1 will take outside. Yes, square root of 36 is equal to how much? 2 3 is 6. Yes, 6 is the 36. Hope it is clear. What number we can multiply, what number we can divide. Simple concept. Which number has no pair, that number we can divide. Same number we can divide when they are asking which number should divide. Same number we can multiply when they are asking multiply. So that we can see one perfect square number. So after getting the perfect square number, we have to find the square root of that particular perfect square number. Yes, okay children, we'll see one application here, one example, a real life example based on square root. Here they gave the students of class 8 of a school donated rupees 2,401 in all for Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. And they gave the condition that each student is donated as many rupees as the number of students in the class. They are asking find the number of students in the class. So first if we analyze the question, we can see that clearly class 8 students they donated some amount 2,401 rupees for what? Prime Minister Relief Fund. So what is the amount given by each student? For that given condition, each student donated amount is equal to the number of students in the class. What is the meaning of this student? Suppose in a class 10 students are there. The amount donated by each student is also 10 rupees. That is the meaning of this statement. Each student donated amount. The amount donated by each student is equal to number of students. Suppose in a class number of students are 20. The amount donated by each student is 20 rupees. 20 rupees. Suppose here, we will take one example first. Suppose number of students in 8th class, we will take example. Number of students, suppose 12 students there. Then what is the amount donated by each student? According to question, amount donated by each student is equal to, see what is the condition they said? The student donated as many rupees as the number of students in the class. The amount donated by each student is equal to number of students in the class. The amount donated by each student is equal to number of students in the class. So number of students 12. So amount donated by each student is also 12 rupees. Then tell me what is the total amount we collected? Yes. How can I find the total amount now? Sir, we can find the total amount by multiplying this both number of students into amount donated by each student. So what is the amount collected? 12 144. That is the logic here. But we don't know how many students are there. If you know the number of students, same number we can take amount donated by each student also. So to get the total amount, by multiplying number of students into amount donated by each student, we get the total amount. So first here the unknown value is number of students in the class. Yes, number of students in the class is the unknown value. So first we will give a data. So right here given total. Yes, right here given total amount we collected. What we can write for? Total amount they collected is equal to. See what is the amount we collected? 2,401 rupees. And also we gave one condition. Each student donated amount is equal to. And also we given each student donated amount equal to students in the class equal to number of students in the class. Yes. Now here you can see the amount donated by each student is each student donated amount is depend on the number of students in the class. This is the unknown value. If I know that, we can say easily what is the amount donated by each student. So this is the unknown value. This unknown value we can express with the help of variables. Here we can write let what we can write number of students. Let number of students in the class. Yes, number of students in the class. How many are there? We don't know. This is the unknown value. We can express with the help of variable x. Now tell me each student donated amount. We can write now each student. Yes, each student donated amount. Donated amount is equal number of students. How many are there? X is equal x. Now with the help of this equation, how can I see with the help of these statements? How can I frame an equation? By using this we frame an equation. See here now, total amount. Let me write here. Total amount they collected. Total amount they collected is equal. How much? 2,401. So just like for example I explained there. Total amount, how we get total amount? How can I get this total amount? Number of students. Suppose 10 students. Each student 10 rupees. Total amount is 10 into 10. Similarly, here also total amount is nothing but we can multiply how many students are there. Number of students into amount donated by each student. Amount donated. Amount donated by each student. So product of this will give us whatever the amount we collected is equal to rupees 2,401. Number of students how many are there? X students. What is the amount collected by each student? X is equal to, you can write rupees 2,401. So you know what is x into x? X square is equal to, rupees 2,401. See, we have to find x value. What is mean by x? Students in the class. Students in the class. We have to find x value. So to find x value, this power 2 we can transpose that side so that it becomes square root of 201. Square root of 201. Now we have to find, go to Raffle, find what is the square root of 2,401. 401 by using repeated subtraction method or prime fraction method. Let us go with prime fraction method. 2,401. Yes. Now we'll see here now. 2 table not possible. 3 table 2 plus 4 6 6 plus 1 7. 3 table not possible. 5 table is also not possible. Just I am checking the prime numbers which prime factor goes in the given number. So let me go with 7 table. 2 3 5 not possible. 7 3s are 21. 24 minus 21 3 left. 30. 7 4s are 28. 30 minus 28 2 left. 21. 7 3s are 21. Again 2 table 3 table 3 plus 3 6 6 plus 4 10. 3 table not possible. 5 table not possible. 7 table will see better. 7 5 35. 7 4s are 28. 6 left. 7 9s are 63. 49 we can write. 7 7s are 7 itself prime number. 7 on the 7. Yes. Now square root of 2,401 we can write 7 into square root of 7 into 7 into 7 into 7. So for every pair of numbers, one we can take outside. 2,401 is equal to 7 into 7. From this pair to one number, from this pair to one number. So square root of 2,401 is equal to how much beta? 49. So x is equal to, what is this answer now? 49. What is meant by x actually? We took number of students in the class. So now in that 8th class, how many are there students? 49 students are there, and also each student donated amount is also 49 rupees. 49 into 49 will give us this total amount. So now we can write therefore total number of students. Total number of students, or else you can write number of students. Number of students is equal to 49. So this is one of the application based on the square root. Hope it is clear. Yes, today class we discussed what number we can multiply to the given number to get a perfect square, and also we learned what number we can multiply, what is the smallest number I can divide to get a perfect square, and also we learned some of the application of square root. Hope it is clear for everyone. Based on the knowledge, exercise 6.3, 5th, 6th, 8th, you can try in homework book. Thank you once again. We'll meet next class.